Welcome back to Classic Radio Drama Theater, your portal to the echoes of radio's golden age. In this episode, we present a quartet of captivating crime narratives, each drawing you into a world of unexpected villains, perplexing clues, and high-stakes deception. We'll follow a photographer whose lens captures more than just pictures, investigate a murder shrouded in mistaken identity, witness a private eye framed for a crime he didn't commit, and delve into the cunning schemes of an infamous international rogue. 4 unique stories, 4 thrilling mysteries to unravel, all in one episode. First, we join crime photographer Casey in Queen of the Amazon. A seemingly simple farmhouse burglary takes a bizarre turn when the target is an old circus trunk belonging to a formidable strongwoman. What could be so valuable inside that warrants such a risky theft? And why was her loyal watchdog silenced?
The Anchor Hawking Glass Corporation brings you Crime Photographer.
Hi, Ethelbert. How's things?
Okay, Casey. Say, Tony was in here and he dropped his car.
Let me see it. It says AHTMFNIG. I wonder what that
Here
means.
comes Tony now.
Hey, wait a minute. See if I can kid him. Hi, Tony. What does AHTMFNIG mean, huh?
Oh, what, you don't know? Why, everybody knows, Casey.
Huh?
Everybody knows that means Anchor Hawking, the most famous name in glass. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Marvin. Every week at this time, the Anchor Hawking Glass Corporation of Lancaster, Ohio, and its more than 10,000 employees bring you another adventure of Casey, crime photographer, ace cameraman who covers the crime news of a great city. Written by Alonzo Dean Cole, our adventure for tonight, Queen of the Amazon. Late afternoon, the Blue Note Cafe. The door opens, admitting a flurry of snow, a blast of freezing air, and a very cold Casey. Ethelbert, the head bartender.
Well, look who's here.
Oh, give me a warmer-upper, Ethelbert. Quick. Got any fresh coffee? Oh.
Sure, Casey. Chilly out, huh?
Chilly. My fingers are dropping off, and there's no feeling in my feet. I think they're going to drop off, too.
I guess winter's pretty hard on you delicate people.
Nuts to you.
Here, this'll make you feel better.
Ah, thanks, pal. Thanks.
Where's Miss Williams?
Oh, she's trying to thaw out over at the office. We just finished an 18-mile drive. I thought we'd both freeze before we got back.
Oh, here's Miss Williams now.
Hello, Ethelbert.
Hi, Annie. Come on, sit down. Ethelbert, get her a cup of coffee.
No, Ethelbert. No can do. Casey, we've just been handed another assignment.
What? We just got back
No,
from...
you know how kind-hearted City Desk is. We now get back into our nice cold automobile and drive out to a little farm near the Lindenhurst Aircraft Plant.
Oh, near Lindenhurst Aircraft. Well, that's 20 miles out and 20 miles back,
Yeah,
Annie.
that's all. And we cover an attempted burglary.
An attempted Oh.
The woman who runs the farm caught the burglars before they could take anything. The 2 yeggs are now in cells at the old Turnpike police station.
Annie, there's no news value in that kind of a yarn. Certainly not enough to warrant a 40-mile drive in 0 weather. Listen, I'm going to go up and talk to that murderer that calls himself a city editor. I'm going to tell him
Now,
this...
hold it, Casey.
What?
We're going to have a swell comedy story.
Comedy?
Mm-hmm. The 2 would-be burglars took quite a beating from the little farmerette who discovered him. You see, she used to be with a circus. Her specialty was bending iron bars into pretzel shapes, and she was billed as Marina, Queen of the Amazon.
A circus strongwoman.
Uh-huh.
Imagine 2 dopey eggs trying to rob a circus strong lady.
Yeah.
You think it'll be worth the long, cold drive, Casey?
Nothing's worth that, but let's go. Oh, swell business, this newspaper wrecked. Only dopes stick to it, Annie. My feet are like chunks of ice. I can hardly work the brakes in this car.
Oh, now stop crabbing, Casey. I'm cold, too.
What, you are? Oh, here, look, let me tuck that blanket around you a little better.
Okay.
There you are, honey. You know, City Desk shouldn't have sent you out here on a day like this.
Why not? I'm no softy. And I'm looking forward to meeting Marina, Queen of the Amazons. She sounds interesting.
Sounds like a homely mess of muscle with the personality of a male gorilla.
Oh, that must be her place, just ahead of us.
Yeah. Say, look, has she got a regular name, or do we just address her as Your Majesty, Queen Marina?
Her real name is Millicent Hodges.
Millicent?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a nice-looking farmhouse she has.
Not bad. Well, I'll turn in and we'll park in the driveway.
Oh, she's back near those chicken houses. That must be her, Casey.
Yeah. Is she big?
I'd guess 6'2" at least.
Good 300 pounds. None of it fat. I'm going to stop here.
Oh, she's seen us. She's coming over.
Hey, Annie, you know something? She's got a pretty face, kind of a baby face.
Yeah. Let's get out.
There's something I can do for you folks?
Are you Miss Millicent Hodges?
Yeah, that's me.
We're from the Morning Express. We'd like to get the facts about the trouble you had here today.
Oh, I didn't have no trouble, mister. That's what them two fellers had who tried to rob me.
Yeah, I can believe that. This is Miss Williams. My name is Casey.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello, Miss Hodges.
I kind of figured some of your reporters would be getting out here pretty soon.
Well, I hope you won't mind telling us about what
Of
happened.
course I don't mind. Like you probably heard, I used to be with a circus, and my kind of folks never hates publicity. Oh, but no use talking out here in the cold. Come inside the house where it's warm.
Oh, that suits me fine.
Me too.
I like cold, bracing days like this, but they must be kind of tough on you little people.
Oh, that'll hold you for a while, Casey.
Yeah, step in.
Thanks.
Oh, heat again. This is swell.
Pick yourselves chairs near the stove and sit. Oh, here's a nice, comfortable one, Miss Williams. I'll take my knitting off it.
Oh, you're knitting socks.
Uh-huh. For a gentleman friend.
I wish I was your gentleman friend, Miss Hodges.
Why, Mr. Casey.
Those socks will really keep a guy's feet from freezing. Look at the wool in them, Annie.
And Miss Hodges knits beautifully.
Argyle.
Oh, it is Miss Hodges, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I ain't ever been married yet. But you want to hear how I caught them two bums and knocked their heads together?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to shoot some pictures of you, too.
Oh, I hope you don't mind if I powder my nose and push up my hair first. I wouldn't like the circus folks who know me to think I'm letting myself go since I went back to farming.
Sure, Miss Hodges, go right ahead.
When did you leave the circus? And you said you went back to farming?
After the old folks died and with the war coming on, it seemed growing food was more important than weightlifting. Oh, well, now you can take my pictures anytime you want to. Oh, I hope I look a little better than I did before.
You look swell.
He's one of them flattering men, ain't he, Miss Williams?
Well, I've never noticed it.
Look, if you'll sit down and tell Miss Williams your story, I'll just take some informal shots while you're talking. And then later I'll ask you to pose for a few.
All right. Well, about them burglars. Now, I left the house to go out to the cow barn, which I do at just that time every day. Until a week ago, I had a good old watchdog who stayed here while I did such chores, but he died suddenly. Ate something poison, I think.
Oh, well, gee, that's a shame.
Well, when I got inside the barn, I remembered that I clean forgot something. So I started to go back for it. And what did I see but a couple of strange fellas sneaking into my house by the back door? Oh, Mr. Casey, you took a picture.
Yes, Miss Hodges.
Oh, I hope it didn't look awful.
I snapped it then because I thought you looked especially nice.
I don't trust you at all.
I never lie to a good-looking woman.
Oh, you.
Getting back to your story, how long do you usually stay in that cow barn, Miss Hodges?
At that time, a good hour at least.
Well, then, if you hadn't forgotten something and gone back
Them fellas would have gotten away with what they tried to do. But they didn't. I snuck back to the house soft and easy. It must have taken me a good 15 or 20 minutes. And here was them two burglars trying to bust open the trunk in my bedroom. Before they had time to think, I grabbed them, taught them a lesson, and phoned the cops to come and pick up the pieces.
They were trying to open a trunk in your bedroom?
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you. There. That old circus prop trunk.
Looks more like a steel safe than a trunk.
Well, it was built special to carry the big weights I used in my act. It's almost as strong as a safe, and there's a doggone good lock on it. Take a long time to open that trunk without a key, and I always carry that with me.
You keep something valuable in that trunk, Miss Hodges?
Why, nothing any burglar could cash in on, very heavy. I use it for storage. There's mostly just clothes in there and linens. Miss Williams, well, it's kind of what you call my hope chest.
I see.
Just because a girl is big doesn't mean she has to die an old maid.
Well, you're not the old maid type, Miss Hodges.
I ain't gonna be one either.
Say, is everything in this room just as it was when you discovered those two men?
Pretty near the same.
This dresser set looks like silver.
It's heavy sterling. I won it in the ladies' wrestling contest.
This very handsome clock.
The case is solid 18-karat gold. I got it for busting a hammer throw record.
They were here in plain sight when those men were here.
Just as you see them now.
Well, Miss Hodges, why do you suppose they didn't take these things instead of trying to open that trunk?
The cops asked me that, and the answer is, I got no idea. There isn't anything in that trunk that'd do anyone but me the slightest bit of good. Oh, there's my doorbell. Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
Casey, why do you suppose...
This attempted burglary is becoming interesting, Annie. Why do you suppose that watchdog was poisoned last week?
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
Ambrose! Queenie, my darling. Ambrose, I have company. Company? Oh, Miss Williams. Mr. Casey, will you come out here?
Sure, Miss Hodges.
Oh, I want you to meet my friend, Mr. Higginbotham.
How are you?
Mr. Higginbotham?
How do you do?
Mr. Higginbotham works at the Lindenhurst Aircraft. He's one of their most valuable men. Miss Williams and Mr. Casey are from the newspaper, Ambrose.
Oh, about the burglary, I suppose.
You heard about them burglars, Ambrose?
Yes, a policeman told one of the guards at the plant, and the guard told me. I'm so glad you caught those crooks, Queenie.
They were trying to get into our trunk, dear. They might have cleaned me out of house and home if I hadn't stopped them.
Yes. Were you and Miss Williams just about to leave, Mr. Casey?
Leave?
Well, I've told you all there is to tell.
Oh, I've only taken one picture of you, Miss Hodges.
Oh, well, take your pictures, of course.
I suppose I shoot one of you and Mr. Higginbotham together.
No, I've had nothing to do with the burglary. I mean, I can be of no interest to your newspaper readers.
Oh, Ambrose is the retiring kind, Mr. Casey. Why not have one of us two together, Ambrose? It'll be all right now.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll take a few more of Miss Hodges alone, then we'll be on our way. And then, Ann, we'll stop at the old Turnpike Precinct Station and see what the cops have learned about those two men that tried to rob you, Miss Hodges.
Why will you do that?
Well, it's my line of business, Mr. Higginbotham. And besides that, I'm a curious guy.
I got a headquarters report on the fingerprints of those two eggs just before you and Miss Williams walked into the station here, Casey.
Yeah?
One of them is Gus Newton,
Gus Newton?
Well, he's a notorious safecracker.
one of the cleverest boxmen in the racket.
Well, he's always going out for furs and jewelry, big stuff.
Yeah, he must have been awfully low in the chips to be prowling a farmhouse.
Well, did you make him talk any?
You can make his kind talk, Miss Williams. Or guys like the other fella.
Who's the other fella, sir?
Name's Loader. The FBI want him for suspected espionage and illegal entry into this country. Funny, ain't it?
Yeah. So what do you know about a guy named Ambrose Higginbotham, Sarge?
Oh, he's the little shrimp Big Queenie's sweet on. Works for the Lindenhurst Aircraft.
Yeah, that's the guy. Is he okay?
He couldn't hold a job at Lindenhurst if he wasn't. They're doing some hush-hush government stuff there, and their employees are investigated pretty thoroughly. Why do you ask about him?
No, just curious.
What do you know about Miss Hodges, Sergeant Rourke?
Plenty, Miss Williams, and all of it good. Queenie's a little weak in the head where men are concerned. Her size makes most guys fight shy of her, and she don't like it that way. But a better woman hasn't been made yet.
I figured that. Well, thanks, Sarge. Come along, Annie. We'll do back at the office.
Yeah. So long, Sergeant.
Drop in again when you're out here in the sticks.
Yeah, we will. So long.
So long.
I hate to face this cold again.
Me too. After I drop you at the office, Ann, I'll have this trip to make again.
Why?
Because I'd like to know more about that big trunk of Miss Hodges. I'm going to pay her another visit this evening.
You mean we'll pay her another visit?
No, Annie. I'm making this call alone.
Oh, why?
Annie, look. Miss Hodges is a gal. When a guy wants to make himself popular in Florida, he doesn't go there with a crate of California oranges.
Mr. Casey!
Good evening, Miss Hodges. I hope you'll forgive me for intruding on you again, but some of the pictures I took of you this afternoon didn't do you justice, I thought, and, well, I thought you might be kind enough to let me shoot some more.
Why, of course. Come in.
Oh, thanks very much.
That pretty little lady, Miss Williams, isn't with you.
No. Oh, that good-looking gentleman I met here, Mr. Higginbotham, is gone.
Ambrose left just a few minutes ago. I cooked dinner for him.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Lucky guy. Bet you're a swell cook.
Well, I know how to do a few things besides lifting quarter-ton barbells.
I've already guessed that.
Take off your overcoat, Mr. Casey.
Aye.
Don't you feel the cold when you go out again?
Thanks. Oh, wait, I got something in my pocket. Hope you won't think I'm presuming too much on short acquaintance if I... Well, this is for you.
A box of...
Good chocolate creams. Hope you like it.
Oh, they're my favorite candy.
I'm glad.
Oh. Well, I suppose you want to take those pictures as soon as possible so you can get back to your office. I'll go pat him a note.
Oh, I'm in no hurry. No. Matter of fact, I'd like to talk to you while Miss Hodges get better acquainted.
What do you mean, Mr. Casey?
Well, it isn't often a man meets a woman like you.
No, it ain't. I'm a freak. A female giant. Only a few like me in the whole world. But I ain't brainless, Mr. Casey, and not altogether. I don't like to be kidded. You ain't trying to kid me, are you?
No, Miss Hodges.
I figured you for a nice guy. Say, you don't have to call me Miss Hodges. My friends call me Queenie, and we're going to be friends.
I hope so. Queenie.
I know so, Casey.
Thanks. Oh, nuts. I was trying to put something over on you, and you've made me feel like a louse. Well, my cards are face up from this time on.
What do you mean?
I haven't come out here because I want more pictures or because I'm a wolf on the hunt. I'm here to find out what you've got in that trunk that those burglars tried to open. You said you used the trunk for a hope chest.
I do. And what business is it of yours, Mr. Casey?
It's none. None of my business. I know that. I'm not a cop who has a right to question you. I'm just a newspaper stiff out for pictures and exclusive stories. And you don't have to give them to me.
I'm a sap for folks who lay their cards on the table. I'll tell you what you want to know, Casey.
Thanks, Queenie.
But learning about that trunk won't give you any big news beat. This has been a secret up to now. Ambrose and I are going to be married.
You and Mr. Higginbotham?
Uh-huh. Which makes that old trunk more than just a hope chest. It's full of things I've accumulated for our wedding. Clothes, nice linens, plus a lot of U.S. savings bonds Ambrose has given me to put away.
Savings bonds?
Yeah, made out in my name. That's why I told you this afternoon that nothing in the trunk could do a burglar any good.
But there's nothing there but clothes and linen and savings bonds in your name?
In my name and his. Oh, I'll open the trunk and show you. Come on. Ambrose and I have been having some little arguments about them bonds. You see, he's been giving them to me at least one a week ever since we got secretly engaged last September. We kept our engagement secret because he was getting a divorce.
Oh, divorce?
Uh-huh. He got it only 10 days ago, and then to celebrate, he wanted me to let him have the bonds so as he could cash them in and buy me a swell wedding present.
I see.
But I said, no, we'll just let them bonds stay as they are and draw interest. They're the only wedding present I want, I told him.
But 10 days ago, you refused to let him have the bond.
Yeah. He was pretty sore about it. And he was sore again tonight because I wouldn't let him have them after them burglars were here. He'll get over his mad. I carry the only key to this trunk around my neck. It's kind of precious to me. It's my future, Mr. Casey.
Yes, I understand.
There. Now, it's open. See for yourself. The bonds are in this compartment in them sealed manila envelopes.
In sealed envelopes?
Yeah, Ambrose gave them to me that way so I get a big surprise when they're finally opened. You see, I don't know how big those bonds are. Some may be only 25, some may be hundreds or bigger.
Queenie, will you open one of those envelopes now?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Right, then I'll have to do it.
No, give me that. I won't let you.
You're too late now to stop me. Look.
It ain't a bond. It's just paper.
Draftsman's tracing paper.
It's a plan of some kind.
It's like only a small section of a plan, like part of an airplane wing.
I don't understand.
I think I do. Queenie, your Ambrose works in the drafting room of Lindenhurst Aircraft. They've been working on jet propulsion planes, and your Ambrose has been tracing blueprints. He didn't dare keep those tracings, so he tricked you into keeping them. And when his copying was complete, he tried to get the sections back from you, but you refused to let him have those envelopes, which accounts for the attempted burglary today.
Oh, you don't mean that Ambrose...
Miss Hodges, one of the burglars you caught here is a known enemy of our government.
I can't believe it.
Because you're a fool.
Ambrose!
Hello, Higginbotham.
Put up your hands, both of you.
Okay.
Put them up, Queenie, or I shoot.
All right, Ambrose.
Now, stay that way. I saw your car pull up in front of this house tonight, Mr. Casey. I thought it best to stay around. I let myself in very quietly and have been listening.
You're selling out your country. You're something I hoped I'd never meet. A traitor.
Certain people will pay me well for those plans.
And you conned me into helping you.
Nobody would suspect you of hiding stolen plans, and it was so easy to make you believe that I was your devoted future husband.
Yeah, it was a cinch.
Until now, fella, I thought a worm was the lowest thing on earth.
Your opinion doesn't matter to me, Casey, or hers either. In a few minutes, you'll both be very dead, but first I'll take my savings bonds from this trunk.
No, you won't. Don't close that. Don't lock it.
Swell work, Queenie. When he had his eyes on you, I got him. Pick up that gun I knocked out of his hand.
Oh, I ain't bothered with any gun. I just want my hands on that rat.
Don't let her touch me. Help! Marco!
Put up your hands.
I forgot to tell you, fools, I had friends outside.
Come in, Joe. This Ambrose, this weakling, had to call for our help. He could not handle these people alone.
This Casey jumped me, Marco. She'd have killed me.
You're a bungler. I see you even let her lock the trunk again.
She has a key in her hand.
Take it from her, Joe.
Yes, Captain.
He don't have to take it. I'll give it to him. Here.
Captain, it is broken. Useless.
I just busted it in pieces for you, and it's the only key there is.
Queenie, you're some gal.
Ambrose, a garage adjoins this house.
Yes, sir. There's a door into it from the kitchen.
You and Mr. Casey will proceed to that garage, Miss Hodges.
I ain't
They
going
got
to...
the drop on us, Queenie. Better do as they say.
You're correct, Mr. Casey. Both of you, go.
All right.
Open that door, Ambrose.
I will.
You ready, Joe?
Yes, Captain.
Go into that garage, Miss Hodges and Casey.
Okay.
Joe, now!
Look out, Casey. Oh, you hit him from behind. I'll fix you.
Get this big woman, too, with your blackjack.
I am trying.
She almost got us first.
She is more strong as an elephant.
Get rope. Bind their hands and feet and gag them.
Why don't you kill them now, Marco? Get it over.
The important thing now is to get those plans.
The lock is very loose now, Captain. He is beginning to break free.
It has taken a very long time.
His strong lock, riveted to steel. I have broke it off.
At last. Open the lid.
There are the envelopes, Marco.
I see them, Ambrose. I put them in my pockets.
Now you'll pay me for them. The complete plan is there, ready to assemble. The complete plan, the secret
You
plan...
will be paid. First, I have another payment to make. Those two in the garage.
You mean you're going to kill them now?
Yes. Bring that little crowbar, Joe. It will be a quiet instrument of execution. Come, both of you.
I'm looking forward to this. That Casey nearly twisted my arm off in Queens.
There will be nothing personal in their punishment, Ambrose.
I don't care why or how they get what's coming to them, just so as they don't get it before they can turn me over to the FBI.
Joe, you bound them very securely?
Yes, even the big woman could not get free, Captain. See? They lie on the floor just like we left them.
Oh, their eyes are open. They have recovered consciousness. That's good. Put away your gun, Ambrose. None of us need such noisy weapons now.
You're the boss, Marco.
Yes.
The woman off my throat.
Free! It was nice of you guys to come within our reach. I've finished my bunk, Queenie.
Oh, so have I. Now it's your turn, Ambrose.
Let me go, Queenie. Don't.
Not too hard, Queenie. Leave something for the cops to take away.
Oh, they'll take Ambrose away in sections, just like he stole them plans. What?
The window.
Oh, someone's crashing in the door.
Pick up your hands.
Who?
FBI man.
FBI. You heard me, Casey.
Bill Travers.
You surprised? Surprised? Am I? How did you get here? Why?
We've been waiting for Higginbotham and these guys to come out of the house and walk into our arms.
But then when we heard a battle going on in the garage here, it seemed best to cut in. Hey, you've done a job on these birds.
Wait a minute, Bill. You knew about Higginbotham and those stolen plans?
Well, the FBI doesn't miss many bets, Casey.
I'll say they don't.
Well, we've been wise to little Ambrose ever since he first traced the section of a secret jet plane blueprint and smuggled it out of Lindenhurst plant. And after that, we made it easy for him to trace and smuggle out sections of the wrong blueprint.
The wrong one?
That's right. You see, we had an idea that Higginbotham was using this place as a hideout for the false plans. But our real concern was to find the big boys.
You mean you were watching them in this house when I came here?
Uh-huh. We saw you come into the house, but we couldn't identify you in the darkness. You were an unexpected development that caused us a little worry. Why did you come here?
Well, I was sticking my nose into something I might have known you FBI guys would have under control. Say, Bill, look, I got a camera around somewhere. How about letting me do a job I do know something about? That's what happened, Ethelbert. And Annie, I still feel like a dope.
Well, why? You brought back a good story and some swell exclusive pictures.
I ain't heard all the story yet. After them fellas bound you and Miss Hodges hand and foot, Casey, how'd you get free?
Huh? Oh, that.
Yeah.
Well, there was a car in the garage with old tire chains on the wheels.
Old tire chain?
Some of the links were worn so thin that the edges were like knives, and that's how we used them.
Huh. That Queenie must be a swell fella.
Oh, yeah. She's aces. Annie, you know what she's going to do?
What?
She's promised to knit me wool socks.
Looks like you're going to have some romantic competition, Miss Williams. As my sister Edna says, quote, in the wintertime, the way to a man's heart begins with a pair of warm feet. Unquote.
Crime Photographer, starring Stotts Cotsworth as Casey, is brought to you each Thursday by the Anchor Hocking Glass Corporation. Crime Photographer is directed by John Dietz. The original music is by Archie Blyer, and the program features Miss Jan Miner as Anne and John Gibson as Ethelbert. The part of Queenie was played by Hope Emerson, and Herman Chittison is the Blue Note pianist. This is Tony Marvin saying good night. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From a case of hidden strength and surprising contents, we stick with Casey for the Red Raincoat. A woman lies dead in an alley. But is the distinctive red raincoat she wears a clue to her killer, or a fatal misdirection that led an innocent to their doom?
Crime Photographer, brought to you by Fire King Oven Glass. Anchor glass containers, Anchor caps and closures. All products of Anchor Hocking, a great name in glass. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Marvin. Every week at this time, the Anchor Hocking Glass Corporation brings you another adventure of Casey, crime photographer, ace cameraman who covers the crime news of a great city. Written by Alonzo Dean Cole, our adventure for tonight, The Red Raincoat.
Night, about 9:30. Rain. Hard, pelting rain that has driven people indoors and left the streets deserted. At the corner, a bus stops. A woman alights from it. She wears a red hooded raincoat that covers her head and most of her face. She turns into a side street lined with cheap walk-up apartment houses. Midway of the block, she is about to pass the entrance to an alley when, from its darkness, there's a gunshot. Then another, and another. The woman falls. On the street, brakes are hastily applied to a cruising taxi. As it comes to a skidding halt, the driver...
Police! 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 Take cover! I heard those shots. Where? From that alley, I think. I didn't see no one. Well, this dame got it in the back. 3 bullet holes. Stay here, fella. Don't let anybody touch her. I'm going to look in that alley. Get back, you people! Get back! This ain't a free show. There's been a murder here. Push him back, Paletti, so I'll have room to shoot a picture. I'm doing the best I can, Casey. Move, you folks, move!
That's better. There's one for page 1. Now,
that'll be all, Casey.
Well, look who's finally got here, my old pal Logan.
How often do I have to tell you that no press pictures are to be taken at the scene of a homicide until after the police photographers get through?
I've got a rotten memory, haven't I, chum?
By rights, I ought to take that camera away from you.
Oh, no, you wouldn't do that to me, not with all these people looking on.
Oh, nuts. You cops, push this mob back. Clear the block so we'll have room to move around. Sergeant.
Yes, Captain.
Tell me what happened here.
I can tell you that, Logan.
Huh?
The cab driver, that little guy over there, heard 3 shots fired from the alley here and saw this gal in the red raincoat fold up on the sidewalk.
Yeah?
A uniformed cop, this guy right here, heard the shots too, searched the alley and found nothing. Well, all the rest is up to you.
What does Doc's report show, Sergeant?
He said the woman was killed instantly, Captain. One of those bullet holes is in line with the heart. Of course, you can't be sure it followed that line through her body until she's turned over.
Well, don't do that till my tech men get through.
No, sir.
Anyone find out who the woman is?
Not yet, sir. When we can go through her pockets, we'll probably find something that'll...
And Williams is circulating through that crowd, Logan, trying to locate someone who might know... Say, here she comes now with a fat tape.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Miss Williams.
Casey, this lady thinks she recognizes the dead woman.
Well, that's swell, Andy. If you can identify her, lady, your picture will be in the paper.
Say, I happen to be in charge here.
Oh, excuse us, Logan.
Oh. Who do you think the dead woman is, lady?
Well, as I was just telling this young newspaper woman officer, I can't be sure because the poor thing is lying on her face. But I'm almost positive that's the body of Nora Gellhorn, because she had a red raincoat exactly like that. She's the only woman in this neighborhood who'd wear anything so flashy. And I've got a notion that a certain person wanted her out of the way.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, her husband, officer, has been carrying on something disgraceful with another woman. Mrs. Gellhorn told me that herself. And she wasn't the sort who'd let a man divorce her just because he happened to fall in love with somebody else. So I think...
That her husband shot her?
Oh, I know it's an awful thing to say, mister, but from the goings-on I've heard about it, I think he's been planning to put her out of the way for a long time. As I was saying to my eldest daughter, Eloise, only last night...
Where do these Gellhorns live?
Oh, over there in the corner building on this side of the street. That's number 371, apartment 4C. I live in the apartment house next door. I'm Mrs. Patch, Mrs. Ida Patch. I said to my eldest daughter only last night,
Excuse me, Mrs. Patch. Who's the other woman in this case, the one you say Gellhorn's been carrying on with?
Oh, her name's Randall, Emma Randall. She and her husband live in the same building as the Gellhorns. Their apartment's directly across from mine.
Hey, wait a minute. This Emma Randall has a husband?
Yeah, poor man. Hey, you know, he stands in the way of Ferris Gellhorn's plans, too, so if you policemen don't act fast and put that murderer behind bars,
We'll act fast, Mrs. Patch, if a checkup shows that your story is
Oh,
okay.
you'll find it's true, all right. I'm not the only person in this block who's been expecting a thing like this to happen.
Captain Logan.
Yes, Sergeant?
The photographers and tech men are finished. You can examine the body now.
Come on, Mrs. Patch. I want you to make your identification positive.
Oh, I hate to look at the poor thing. Oh, well, Captain, I know my duty.
Will you turn the body over, Doctor, so we can see the face? Thanks.
She wasn't a bad-looking gal, Annie.
Nope. Kind of pretty.
Oh.
What's the matter, Mrs. Patch?
Wait. That isn't Nora Gellhorn.
It isn't.
No, that's Emma Randall.
The woman you said Gellhorn was in love with?
Yeah, but that's Nora Gellhorn's raincoat. I'm sure of it now that I see it close.
Since Mrs. Gellhorn isn't inside of it, you'll have to revise your theory. I guess you don't think Gellhorn would shoot the woman he's in love with.
No, he was crazy about Mrs. Randall. He wouldn't shoot her.
Too bad, Logan. For a few minutes, it looked as though you had a sweet suspect in a case that was half sewed up.
Well, it may still be that way. Mrs. Patch, what kind of a guy is Randall, this dead woman's husband?
Well, he's a nice, quiet kind of
quiet
man.
kind,
yeah.
huh? Did he know about his wife and Gellhorn?
Oh, he must have. Everybody knew.
He sounds like the answer, Casey.
This guy Randall stood all he could, then waited for his wife tonight and paid her off.
James Randall wouldn't do that. He couldn't have done it.
I'm afraid that's something you can't be sure of, lady.
But I am sure. Mr. Randall hasn't been outside of his apartment since early this evening. He was inside it when I heard shooting down here on the street.
How do you know he was inside?
Well, his living room window was just across the court from mine. One of his shades was up a few inches, and I saw him over there, lying on the couch.
You saw him?
Well, just by accident, of course. I never spy on my neighbors.
Well, that's that, Logan.
Yeah.
But there's another possible angle.
What?
That red raincoat. Mistaken identity.
Gellhorn may have thought he was shooting his wife.
That's it, Annie.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Mrs. Patch, you're sure this is Mrs. Gellhorn's raincoat?
Oh, I'm positive. I recognize it by those peculiar buttons and that little mended place on the right shoulder.
Well, have you any idea why Mrs. Randall should have been wearing it?
Well, I suppose Nora Gellhorn lent it to her.
Weren't they enemies?
Well, not outwardly. Like most jealous women, they made believe they were friends. Would have made things kind of difficult if they didn't, seeing as they not only lived in the same house, but worked in the same restaurant.
Worked in the same
restaurant? Yeah,
restaurant?
Harley's Grill. They're both waitresses there.
Do you know if Mrs. Gellhorn or her husband are home now?
No, I don't. Their windows aren't on my side of the house.
That's too bad.
Let's find out for ourselves, Logan.
We will, Casey. Sergeant, take charge here.
Yes, sir.
Have Martin take Mrs. Patch down to headquarters and get a complete deposition from her.
Oh, I'd much rather go with you, Captain.
You and the captain can get together later, Mrs. Patch, but I'll shoot that picture of you now.
For the paper, Mr. Casey?
The best paper in town.
Oh, goodness, I look just a fright in this old coat. On account of the rain, I didn't get...
Fine clothes on you would only gild the lily.
Oh, Mr. Casey.
Well, now, just stand just as you are. Hold that bewitching smile. That does it.
You want to take another?
If he does, he's staying here without me. Come on, Miss Williams.
I'll take more shots of you later, Mrs. Patch. Coming, Logan.
Try to pull yourself together, Mr. Randall. I'm sorry we've had to bring you such rotten news.
My wife. Dead.
It's tough, fella.
Please let me go to her. I gotta see her.
Not now.
Later, pal.
Yeah, but she's lying down there in the street, you say, in the rain.
They'll have taken her away by now, Mr. Randall. You can go to her when you get a little more used to the idea of what you'll have to see.
Maybe that'll be better. Who killed her, Captain? Who shot my wife?
Well, we hope you may be able to help us find that out.
I don't know. I can't help you.
Before we came to you, we stopped at the Gellhorn's apartment. Nobody was home.
Why'd you stop there?
We want to meet Mr. Gellhorn, especially. He a friend of yours?
He's a neighbor.
I see.
You've been talking to people, Captain. Someone's been telling you things.
Oh, frankly, yes. Randall, do you think...
No. Ferris Gellhorn would be the last man in the world who'd kill my wife.
That wasn't the question I meant to ask you. You think he's the sort who'd kill his own wife?
I don't know.
Now, when you let us in here, Mr. Randall, you said you'd been asleep.
Yeah, I was tired and I came home from work and I lay down on the couch there.
What time was that?
It was around 6:30, Mr. Casey. I slept until your knock at the door woke me up.
There was plenty of daylight when you fell asleep. Around 6:30, Mr. Randall. Why did you turn the electric lights on then?
The lights?
Yeah. We saw a crack of light under the door before we knocked and woke you up.
Well, you see, when my wife was working late, Mr. Casey, I always turned the light on for her if I was going out or going to sleep. You see, she hated to come home to a dark apartment.
Will you keep your big mouth shut, Casey, and let me handle this?
It was a question we wanted answered, wasn't it?
Well, I'd have asked the question, and I'll check on the answer. Now, you attend to your job and let me attend to mine.
Okay, I'll take some pictures.
Now?
Well, Morning Express readers will want to know what the dead woman's apartment looks like. That'll be a good shot of this living room. Now I'll get with the bedroom.
Yeah.
Mr. Randall, you must try to pull yourself together. You just must.
Yeah, I'll do my best, Miss Williams.
Well, how long had you been married, Randall?
8 years.
When did you and your wife meet the Gellhorns?
Well, about 2 years ago, Captain. I hate the guy's insides. He's a lousy wolf and a double-crosser. But if you suspect him of her murder, I know you're wrong. He wanted her to live. He didn't want her dead.
This man sounds like a square shooter, Captain.
Yeah, he does, Miss Williams.
Check me down on that, too.
So you're back again, Casey.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to miss anything.
Who's there?
Poletti, Captain.
Come in.
We found Mrs. Gellhorn.
Oh, is this?
I'm Nora Gellhorn, Captain.
This officer came to the restaurant for me. He's told me why.
Sit down, Mrs. Gellhorn. I've got to ask you some questions.
Just a minute, please. Jim,
Yeah, Nora.
you know I didn't like your wife. I had plenty of reason not to, but now, I'm very sorry for you.
Thank you.
Now, Captain, what did you want to know?
Well, first, Mrs. Gellhorn, did you lend Mrs. Randall the raincoat she wore tonight?
Yes, I did. It was pouring when she got through work, and she didn't even have an umbrella with her. I was working late tonight in another girl's place, and I figured the rain had stopped by the time I finished, so I said take my coat.
And you remained at the restaurant after Mrs. Randall left there, Mrs. Gellhorn?
Yes, I did.
I checked, and Mrs. Gellhorn was in the restaurant when Mrs. Randall was shot, Captain.
Oh, okay, Paletti.
Mrs. Gellhorn,
Yes,
you said you worked late tonight in another girl's place?
that's right.
Do you usually come home at the same time as Mrs. Randall?
Usually.
Did your husband expect you at the usual time tonight?
I guess so. I didn't bother to tell him. He doesn't care when I come home or if I come home.
That looks like the payoff, Casey.
Yeah.
You know where your husband is tonight, Mrs. Gellhorn?
Well, he told me he was going to the movies.
What theater?
I don't know. You might find him at any of the neighborhood theaters, except the 4th Avenue. He went there last night to see Lost Holiday.
We'll pick him up. Sergeant Flanagan's posted guys at all the theaters around here, Captain. And that Mrs. Patch gave us a first-class description of Gellhorn.
So Mrs. Patch is the one who's been telling you cops things.
She told us nothing that you and Mr. Randall haven't verified, Mrs. Gellhorn.
Oh, all right, then. My husband has been two-timing both me and Jim Randall here. But if you've got an idea that he killed Emma, you're wrong.
I've told him that, Nora.
Well, Mrs. Gellhorn, do you think he'd have liked you out of the way and Randall here, so he and Mrs. Randall would be free to get married?
Well, sure he'd have liked that, but I know that he wouldn't.
Come in.
We've got Gellhorn, sir.
I'm all ready for him, Sergeant.
He's downstairs. You want him brought up here?
Yeah, wait a minute. He hasn't been told anything.
Oh, not a word, sir.
Where'd you get him?
Coming out of the 4th Avenue Theater.
4th Avenue?
You said he'd seen the show there, Mrs. Gellhorn.
Well, I thought he had last night. I can't understand.
I can. Go into that bedroom, Mrs. Gellhorn.
Into the bedroom?
For just a few minutes. Close the door and don't come out till I call you. Then come out quick.
All right, I'll do it, but I don't see what...
Okay, Sergeant. Have Gellhorn brought up.
Yes, sir. Captain will see him up here, Pete. Come on.
The old surprise treatment for Gellhorn, Logan.
Yeah. His reaction when he sees his wife alive is all I need now.
Certainly looks as though...
Everything fits. Even the theater where they picked him up. He'd seen the picture there, so he could describe every part of it that was shown while he was waiting in that alley.
He went there after the shooting to establish an alibi.
Sure, Mr.
Sure he is, Captain.
Bring him in.
You don't have this job.
I'm Captain Logan Gellhorn.
So you're the boss of these monkeys who've been putting the muscle on me. What's the big idea?
We're simply doing a little investigating.
Randall, what's your part in this? Why have I been brought to his apartment?
I'll explain, Gellhorn, if you need an explanation after... Lady, come out of that bedroom.
Nora.
Think you're looking at a ghost, Gellhorn?
What's my wife doing here?
She's the last person you expected to see, isn't she? You thought she was dead.
Why,
Yes, so wipe that phony look of innocence off your face. The woman who wore your wife's red raincoat tonight was Emma Randall.
Huh?
She's dead.
Emma's dead?
Yes, Gellhorn, with 3 bullets in her back that you put there.
I
get it now, Captain. He mistook her for me in my raincoat.
He killed my wife. Let me at him. I'll tear him apart. Take him, boys. I've got him, Captain.
Got him before I get a picture. What's this all about?
You know, Gellhorn. I'm arresting you on a charge of murder.
Me? Murder?
I got a shot of that, too.
All right, boys, let's get him back to headquarters.
Well, you can't do this to me. You don't know what you're doing.
Well, come on, Casey. This case is all sewed up. Let's get our stuff to the paper.
Okay, Annie. But I wonder
What?
if this case is sewed up right.
After what you and Miss Williams have told me, Casey, I can't see any doubt of that fella Gellhorn's guiltiness.
There isn't any doubt, Ethelbert, except in Casey's much too active imagination.
Oh, Annie, you've closed your mind like Logan.
Oh,
You two had so completely sold yourselves on Gellhorn's guilt before you saw him that nothing could unsell you. It didn't mean a thing to you, for instance, when Logan's big surprise act laid an egg.
Oh, that.
Gellhorn didn't act as if he was looking at a ghost when his wife stepped out of that bedroom.
Well, so what? He probably got a flash of Emma Randall's face after he shot her, realized the big mistake he'd made, and was all prepared.
Well, that's possible, yeah. You know, Mrs. Gellhorn took longer than she should have to come out of that bedroom. And then she looked more nervous than her husband. I'd like to know why.
Oh, Casey, you're trying to make something out of such little things.
The parts of the case fit too smoothly, Annie, as though they'd been oiled by somebody. But I can't figure it out. Oh, nuts.
You know, this Gellhorn business is a lot like another murder I read about. It happened over in England.
That's the Haslington murder, yeah.
Haslington was the name of the gal who got shot. You know about it, huh?
Yeah, Ethelbert.
Well, that's a famous old-timer, Ethelbert. Happened before any one of us were born.
It was all news to me when I read it a couple of months ago in a detective magazine. They called it The Case of the Sable Cloak.
Case of the Sable... Yeah, detective magazine would. Say, you know, I promised to show you those pictures I took last night that the paper didn't have space for.
Yeah, I'd like to see them.
Here's a print of the Randall living room. This is the bedroom, and here's Mrs. Patch.
And will she be sore because her picture didn't make the paper? She's the woman who gave us the lead on Gellhorn.
Ain't she a funny-looking old dame? Look at the...
Yes.
She's a dangerous old dame, I'll tell you. Say, wait a minute. Give me that picture I took of the bedroom.
What?
I noticed it before, but it didn't register. Look at the pillows on the bed.
Well, they're just pillows.
Yeah, but they're on top of the bedspread, uncovered.
I don't
Randall's
see...
alibi, Annie.
What?
Ann, now wait a minute. Look at this picture of the living room. The window shades are pulled to within a few inches at the bottom. Now, that narrow space is all Mrs. Patch had to look through when she saw Randall lying on the couch.
What have pillows in the bedroom got to do
That's
with...
what I'd like to know.
Ethelbert, you say you read about the Haslington murder in a recent magazine. Was the magazine True Murder Chronicles?
Yeah, but it
That
was called
does
The
it.
Case of the Sable Cloak. What does it?
You've been a great help to me tonight, pal, and to Ferris Gellhorn.
I?
Come on, Annie. We're going to pay another call on Emma Randall's husband.
Well, okay, Casey, but I'd still like to know...
So would I. But what was the... Oh, they always do that to me.
Who's that?
Casey, Mr. Randall, and Miss Williams. May we come in? It's important.
Just a minute.
Casey, how are you going
You'll soon know, Annie. A door just closed inside there.
So what? I don't know why you haven't told me all you
I've
think.
been too busy thinking to tell you any.
Okay.
Come in.
Thanks, Randall.
Sit down, Miss Williams.
Thank you.
What have you come to see me about?
New evidence in your wife's murder. Gellhorn didn't kill her.
What do you mean?
Randall, you ever read a story called The Case of the Sable Cloak?
No.
It's funny. It was published only a few months ago in True Murder Chronicles. And I noticed several issues of that magazine here last evening.
Well, those magazines belong to my wife. I never read them.
Oh, I see. Well, this particular story told about a rich Englishman who fell hard for a gal named Haslington. He wanted to marry her, but he had a wife. His wife owned a sable coat, and one night he shot and killed a woman who was wearing that coat, but the woman had borrowed it from his wife, and the woman was Miss Haslington.
Like Gellhorn and Emma.
Yeah. The cops were pretty sure to remember the famous Haslington case if a similar murder occurred and to jump to a conclusion based upon it, see? If everything was previously arranged to point that way. Don't you think so?
I don't know.
Oh, sure you do.
I tell you,
Now, the guy who really murdered your wife was fairly smart. He started to point suspicion toward where he wanted to fall soon after that magazine story gave him his big idea. And he figured a pretty fair alibi. He even had an excuse for a light to burn when it shouldn't have, so he could be seen in a place where he wasn't.
What are you driving at?
After the murder, he continued to play smart. He denied his belief in Gellhorn's guilt while constantly pointing the finger at him. And he got rid of the clothes he'd worn out in the rain. I looked for them while I was in your bedroom last night.
You're accusing me?
Because you slipped up on a little detail last night, and because tonight The two of you made a bigger mistake.
Keep away from that door.
Come out of that room, Mrs. Gellhorn. Come out.
All right. Here I am.
You shouldn't have let your murder partner come here to talk things over, Randall. And you shouldn't have hidden her so clumsily before you let us in.
He knows, Nora. He knows everything.
Shut up, Jim. He wouldn't have known anything if you hadn't said
It
that.
doesn't matter now, does it?
Yes, it does. Don't make a move. Ooh. That means you too, Miss Williams.
Is that the gun your boyfriend used to kill his wife with?
If it is, you'll never prove it.
Nora, what are you going to do?
The only thing to do, Jim. Kill these people. They know you killed your wife and that I helped you. They can send us to the chair.
You'll never get away with it.
We'll tell the police you broke in here and I shot you in self-defense.
Just a second, Mrs. Gellhorn. I want to go on living. And I've arranged things so I will.
How do you mean?
You've forgotten. I opened that window.
Window? Mrs. Patch.
She's been getting an eyeful and an earful.
I'll have you know, Mr. Casey, that I only happened to be at this window by accident.
I believe you, Mrs. Patch. Give me that gun, Mrs. Gellhorn. Thank you. Now, you two smart killers, sit down and wait for the cops. Go on, Randall. Phone headquarters, Annie.
Okay, Casey. After I phoned City Desk. Oh, but wait a minute. You still haven't told me why those pillows on the top of the bed made
We'll
you
go
sick.
over to the Blue Note, Annie, and I'll tell you all about it.
All right.
Oh, Mrs. Patch.
Yeah?
I guarantee that your picture will be in the Express tomorrow.
Oh, Mr. Casey!
This Randall and Mrs. Gellhorn planned the killing so they could be free to tie up with one another, huh, Casey?
That's right, Ethelbert, yeah.
You still haven't told me what you had on Randall when you went to his place, Casey.
I didn't have anything, except the Haslington case you'd mentioned.
You mean the case of the sable cloak?
Okay, pal, the case of the sable cloak, then.
I think that's a nice title.
I only had that, a hunch about those bed pillars, and a hope that Randall would crack up and make an admission.
Yeah, what was your hunch about them bed pillows?
Well, I figured Randall might have rigged up a dummy to fool Mrs. Patch. That all she really saw were his pants and shirt stuffed with pillows.
And that was all she saw, too, Ethelbert. When Randall came back after the shooting, he got out of his wet clothes, put on the dry ones that had covered the dummy, and tossed the pillows back under the bed. But a little too carelessly.
What'd he do with the clothes he'd worn out in the rain?
Put them in Gellhorn's apartment. They belonged to Gellhorn. Randall had even worn his things.
Say, he and that Mrs. Gellhorn thought of almost everything.
Yes, Ethelbert. Almost everything.
You know, Casey, it's like my sister Edna says. Quote, anything that's not worth doing is not worth doing well. Yeah, unquote.
Crime Photographer is directed by John Dietz and stars Stotts Cotsworth as Casey. It is written by Alonzo Dean Cole and is based on the fictional character of Casey created by George Harmon Cox. Our cast included Miss Leslie Woods as Ann Williams and John Gibson as Ethelbert. The Blue Note pianist was Herman Chittison, and the original music was by Archie Blyer.
From a murder cloaked in mistaken identity, we shift to the perilous world of private investigator Richard Rogue in Little Old Lady. An elderly woman's plea for help with her troubled son seems straightforward. But could this seemingly gentle client be leading Rogue into a meticulously crafted trap?
The F.W. Fitch Company presents Dick Powell as Private Detective Richard Rogue in Rogue's Gallery.
This chiseler's got you all fouled up in a murder, baby. You'll fry for it.
Senor Rogue, I don't know anything about a murder.
Tippy killed him. He killed Maxon. Conchita knows nothing about it.
Stop being chumps, will you? You're both in this with me. You helped me frame Rogue for it. With Maxon Khan, I'm the biggest operator in town. All we have to do is kill Rogue, and we got the world by the tail.
You'll all go to the chair for it.
You can't get away with killing me. I'm going to kill you, Rogue, right now. If you've got anything to say, say it, because here it comes, fall guy.
Rogue speaking. This afternoon, I found a little case in my crime gallery that brought back memories. You just heard a little of it, enough to know that I was framed for murder. I call the story Little Old Lady, and I'll tell you all about it in just a minute. I was looking at the world through azure-colored glasses that afternoon. I was as low as a centipede's hangnail and just about as irritated. A couple of lush cases I'd been working on had blown up without paying off, and the girl I was madly in love with that week was madly in love with some other guy. I needed some money, I needed a vacation, and I needed a new love interest. When the door to my office opened, and in walked a Latin-type panic who made my heart beat in a rumba rhythm that would have made Cougat sound like Spike Jones. I just sat there trading my blue thoughts in on a lot of purple ones while she closed the door behind her and walked toward me.
You are Richard Rogue, the detective?
The celebrated detective, yes. What can I do for you?
I need your help, Senor Rogue.
Okay. What's your name?
Conchita Morales.
Oh, the singer, huh?
That's right. I'm in trouble, Senor Rogue.
You know, I sort of suspected that was why you came to see me. What's your difficulty?
Well, it's hard to explain, but there is a man in this town who is threatening me.
Well, that's not hard to explain. You're the sort of a girl who is liable to be threatened.
What do you mean by that, Senor Rogue?
Well, that you are beautiful and extremely desirable and, pardon me, Miss Morales. I shouldn't have said that. I'm just in a kind of an impolite mood today, I guess.
Then you don't really think I am beautiful or desirable?
Don't let that glassy look in my eyes fool you, Conchita. I can see, and what I see pleases me, if you go for understatements.
Then you will help me.
You know, beauty's a wonderful thing, Mexican type, but so is money. My time's for sale.
I have money. I will give you $250 if you will help me.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to get some letters back for me.
Oh? Why?
Because I write them when I'm very young and foolish to a man I think I love. I do not love him. I hate him. I want to marry someone else, that man I love, but I cannot because of these letters.
Oh, here. Slow it down to a gallop, Conchita. I'm getting a little confused. Who has the letters?
Frank Maxon is his name. He's no good. He is what you call a poor loser.
Uh-huh. And who is this man you love at the moment?
Tippy Tyler. We will be married soon.
Oh, you will be married soon. Well, in that case, let's make this strictly business. What do you want me to do?
I'm having dinner with Frank tonight at the Club Cuba. I want you to meet us there. I want you to tell him he must give me back my letters. If he knows that I have employed you to help me, he will give them up. He is without courage. Don't see how I ever think I was in love with him.
Frank is considered quite a ladies' man, or was, before you went up on that income tax rap a couple of years ago. Yeah, I understand the boys in his mob are giving him a little trouble since he got out. Where's that $250 you mentioned a while ago?
It is here. Just a moment.
That's a retainer. If the case gets tough, it's going to cost you plenty more, Conchita. You know that?
I do not care. I must have these letters. Here is $250.
Thank you. And now, what time do I meet you at the Club Cuba?
Be there at 9. And I'm warning you, Mr. Rogue. Come prepared for trouble. Oh, hello, Senor Rogue. You are late.
Sorry, I was held up in traffic. Oh, hello, Frank.
Well, what are you doing here, Rogue?
Conchita invited me.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
What is this, a surprise party on me, Conchita?
Mr. Rogue is working for me, Frank.
Yep. I came down to help Conchita recover some letters from you. How about it?
Nice of you to be interested, Rogue, but Conchita and I can take care of our own affairs without any outside assistance. Goodbye, Rogue.
No, I like it here. Where are the letters, Frank?
You bore me, Mr. Rogue. I wish you'd leave.
Make him give them to you, Richie Rogue.
I want those letters, Frank. You ever hear of blackmail?
I'm not blackmailing anybody. Those letters are mine. They came to me through the mail. If I want to keep them, I will.
But you're threatening me with them. That is illegal, isn't it, Mr. Rogue?
Sure. It's especially illegal for a guy who's out on parole.
Who's going to call the cops in on this deal? You, Conchita?
Mr. Rogue will handle it for me.
Look, sweetheart, it's no go. See? You and I'll just have to work this out our own way.
Hit him, Mr. Rogue. Kill him.
No. Now, there are ways of handling petty larceny pasties like Frank that you never heard of, Conchita. Look, Frank, you know you've got 2 strikes against you. Are you going to play ball with me?
Conchita's mine, and she's going to stay that way, Rogue. She's not getting away from me with your help or any other way. Oh, I've asked you 2 or 3 times to get out of here, Rogue. Are you leaving?
No.
I'm sorry about this. I always liked you, Rogue. Oh, Smitty.
Yes, Mr. Maxon?
Will you ask the boys to throw Mr. Rogue out, please?
If your thugs lay a hand on me, I'll break your neck, Maxon.
We'll see. Throw him out, boys.
It occurred to me as I hit the sidewalk with the back of my head, among other things, that Frank owned a piece of the Club Cuba and that it was a bad place to start a beef with him. I got up piece by piece, counted my arms and legs, and waited a while for Conchita to come out. She didn't. So I felt in my pocket for that $2.50. It was there. I went home. The next morning, I went to the office and tried all forenoon to get in touch with my Latin-type client at her swank apartment hotel. The Mayflower couldn't locate her. I had a late lunch, and when I got back to the office about 3, there was a little old lady waiting there for me. A lovely little old lady with rosy cheeks and twinkling eyes with a lot of laugh crinkles in the corners of them.
Mr. Rogue?
That's right. You waiting to see me?
Oh, yes, I was. I've been waiting for quite a while, Mr. Rogue. I just had to see you.
Oh, I'll have a chair. Don't tell me you're in trouble.
No. Oh, yes, Mr. Rogue, I am. I'm in trouble because my son is...
Oh? Tell me about it.
Well, there isn't really very much to tell, Mr. Rogue. I know so little about what Norman has been doing. He's always been a little wild, but a few weeks ago he quit his job. And he's had much more money than he ever had before. I know that he's been doing something wrong, Mr. Rogue.
Well, now, Mrs.
Stam.
Mrs. Stam, have you tried talking with him? And
I haven't told you the worst yet, Mr. Rogue.
No?
Last night he came home for the first time in 10 days. Oh, I've just been worried to death about him. And when he came in last night, he was so pale. And I tried to talk with him, but he went right to his room.
Yeah?
He called me after a while, and I went in to see him. And, oh, Mr. Rogue, he had been shot through the shoulder. He was bleeding badly.
Oh, I see.
I asked him to let me call a doctor, and he wouldn't. I know that he'd been shot while he was breaking some law. I took care of him as well as I could, and I think he's going to be all right. I want you to come and talk with Norman tonight, Mr. Rogue.
Well, Mrs. Stam, I'm working on another case right now.
If you just come out and talk with him, you could advise him what to do. He won't pay any attention to me, and I have to get him straightened out, Mr. Rogue. I have a little money, and...
Where do you live?
In the southwest part of town, at 2673 Spring Lane. Would you come out with me and talk with Norman? I'll pay you for your time, Mr. Rogue.
I'll go with you, Mrs. Stam.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's perfect all right, but please don't plan on me performing any miracles. If your son was shot during a robbery, he's going to have to go to jail. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yes, I know. I only want him to do what's right, Mr. Rogue. I don't want him to do anything foolish.
No, of course you don't. You have a car?
No,
Well, we'll take mine. Come on. Well, you certainly have plenty of privacy out here, Mrs. Stam.
Yes, it's lonesome. But my husband bought it many years ago. He thought then that it would build up out here, but It hasn't.
Did your son know you were coming in to see me?
Oh, no. I didn't tell him. He's right here in the front bedroom, Mr. Rogue. Oh, please try to understand Norman, Mr. Rogue. He's a very sensitive boy.
Oh, all right. I'll take it easy with him.
He's gone!
There was the bed with blood on the sheets where a man's shoulder would have been lying. There was no note. No sign of the wounded boy I'd made the trip to see. The little old lady was almost hysterical. I finally got her calmed down. She made some tea, offered me a cup.
I should never have gone away and left him. I should have known better. He was frightened, Mr. Rowe.
No, drink your tea, Mrs. Stamp. Don't cry. Don't worry. I'll take care of everything for you. We'll find him.
You will help me, won't you, Mr. Rowe?
Oh, of course.
Please drink your tea. Don't you like it?
I love it, yes. It's, it is a little bitter.
It's a special kind my oldest boy sent me from China.
Well, I'm feeling a little woozy.
You are? Well, that's right. That's the way it should be.
You poisoned me,
That's right, Mr. Rogue. I did.
My body dissolved before it hit the floor, and a warm breeze wafted me upwards, gently, like a spark out of a chimney. I was drowsy and happy when I hit cloud number 8. I was at peace with the world until I heard that nail file laugh of my alter ego.
Well, Rogie, that little old lady kind of put you away, didn't she?
Oh, shut up. Let me sleep, midget.
Don't you think you better get downstairs and see what's going on?
Why?
Oh, there must be some reason why Mrs. Stamp, if that's her name, gave you those knockout drops. Look at you, knocked out by Lavender and old Mickey's. Bright boy.
Why do you suppose she did it, Pest?
Oh, I don't know, but you'd better find out. You're in a jam, Rogie.
Oh, I'll bet that Conchita dame fits in here someplace.
Get out of here, Rogie.
Okay. Don't push, Ugor. You're my friend.
Going down. Going down. Next stop, planet Earth. Last car just leaving.
Cut it out. Well, look out. Oh, here I go again.
Goodbye, Rogie.
I came to in my car. My gun was gone. I looked for my money. It was still there. I looked at my watch. It was 9:30. I drove to my office, opened the door, and stopped dead in my tracks. There was a dead man lying there in the middle of the floor. He'd been shot at close range through the head. My gun was lying a foot from the body. The gun that had been stolen from me while I was knocked out. I closed the door and leaned up against the wall to think. I was still leaning there when the door opened.
Hello, Rogue. Who's your friend?
Oh, hello. Hello, Lieutenant Urban. What are you doing here?
I got a call telling me you just killed a man.
Yeah? Well, that's Frank Maxon, that defunct character there.
Your gun?
Yeah.
Looks to me like we're going to have to hold you, Rogue. For murder.
What started out to be a very quiet day brought Conchita Morales, the Mexican singer, to my office. She wanted to get some letters back from a Frank Maxon. I went with her to meet Maxon in a cafe, and we had a brawl in front of plenty of witnesses. After I made a few threats, I got thrown out. Next morning, I tried to find Conchita and couldn't. That afternoon, a little old lady came to my office, told me her son Norman Stam had been wounded in a holdup, and I went with her to her home. When we got there, her son was gone. I drank a cup of tea, which was sweetened with knockout drops, and, I woke up in my car, drove to my office, and walked in to find Maxon, the man I'd threatened, shot to death with my gun. While I was standing there wondering what to do next, Lieutenant Urban of Homicide walked in.
Looks like we're going to have to hold you, Rogue. For murder.
Oh, I didn't kill him.
You threatened him in a cafe last night. Plenty of people heard you.
Where do you get all your information?
The little bird that told me he was dead. That you'd killed him.
Oh, but I just got here. I've been gone since about 3:30 this afternoon.
Yeah? Maxon looks like he's been dead since about 7. Where were you at 7?
An old lady came in here this afternoon to see me, and I went out to her home with her.
You mean you've got an alibi?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You either got one or you haven't.
Well, I went out to see this woman's son. He wasn't there when we got there.
So you came back here and killed Maxon. Look, Rogue. Somebody phoned Maxon at 6 o'clock and told him to be here at your office at 7.
How do you know so much?
We've been on the case since 7:30, Rogie. Looks like you went a little too far this time.
Look, Urban, I was doped. I've been out of the picture since about 5:30. While I was out, somebody lifted my gun.
Rogie, just put yourself in my place. I find a guy you've threatened to kill dead in your office, shot with your gun. Yeah. Then instead of an alibi, you give me a fairy story about wicked old witches and knockout drops. Where does this old lady live? This one that kidnapped you?
Out southwest on Spring Lane. Let's go out there and talk to her, Urban. Okay?
Okay, Rogie? We'll just ride in the squad car. Just in case, eh? No lights on. There's nobody home. Think we'll go in, Rogie. As long as you say there's a wounded man in here, I don't have to have a warrant. Try the door.
Oh, well, it's unlocked. Come on.
Turn on the lights.
Well, they don't go on. You got your flashlight?
Yeah. Look, Rogie. The furniture's all covered. There's nobody living in this house.
Urban, come over this way. Let's look in this bedroom.
Are you sure you're all right, Rogie?
Sure. Come on, over here.
Well,
there's not even any furniture in this room.
That's right.
But there was a bed with blood-stained sheets.
I'm sorry, Rogie. They seem to have disappeared with the old lady and your alibi. This house hasn't been lived in for months. Why'd you kill him, Rogie?
Look, Urban, you know me better than to think I'd pull a dumb rub out like that in my office.
Yeah, but there are no fingerprints on that gun but yours, Rogie. And he was killed in your office, and you don't have an alibi. What am I supposed to do? I'm a cop. I've got to believe the evidence.
Oh, sure, I can see it that way. Well, I've been framed by an expert.
Have any ideas?
Some vague ones.
Well, I'm gonna pull up here and get some cigars in that cigar store. If you're not here when I get back, I'll expect you at headquarters in an hour.
Thanks, Urban.
Good luck, Rogie.
Oh, hello, Murphy. How's my favorite house detective?
Oh, hello, Rogue. What are you doing here at the Mayflower, huh?
I want to talk with one of your guests, Flatfoot. Do you owe me any favors?
Maybe. What do you want me to do?
Give me the pass key to Conchita Morales' apartment.
You want me walking the streets?
Now, just give me the pass key. And if you hear any shooting, come up.
What's the deal, Rogue?
A little murder. Is she in? Do you know?
Oh, Conchita isn't in. The old lady's up there, though.
The old lady? Look, Murphy, what old lady? I'm looking for an old lady.
Huh? Oh, you mean Conchita's mother? Yeah, she's...
Conchita's mother? Hey, a little old lady about this high. Eyes with lots of laughs in them.
Yeah.
White hair, plump. That Conchita's mother?
Sure it is. Her name's Shea. So's Conchita's.
Huh?
Her real name's Ellen Shea.
Uh-huh.
She's no Mexican dame.
No kidding. Hey, give me your rod and a pass key. No, don't get up. Please, Mrs. Shea. Just keep your seat.
Oh, Mr. Rogue.
Yeah, surprised to see me?
Yes, I am. A little.
I can understand that, Mrs. Shea. You figured me for a murder rap, didn't you?
Please don't point that gun at me.
For some reason or the other, Mrs. Shea, I don't trust you. Oh. Where's Conchita, or whatever your daughter's name is, that Latin from Manhattan, that phony Mexican...
I won't have you talking that way about my daughter.
What do you expect me to call her? After the two of you framed me for murder.
Murder? Who said that before? What do you mean?
Are you going to drop that act? Murder, I said. And murder's what you framed me for. Now, sit down. Where's Conchita?
I'm expecting her any moment.
Drop that gun, Rogue.
Oh, Tippy, where have you been? I've been waiting for you to come in. He keeps talking about a murder.
I said drop that gun, Rogue.
And why should I drop the gun?
Because if you don't, I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. And it's resting at the back of your neck. Come on, drop it.
Oh, well. Where did you come from?
I was in the kitchen mixing myself a drink, fortunately.
Tippy Tyler, huh? I suppose you're the man Conchita's in love with at the moment.
That's right. They're going to be married, Mr. Rogue.
In the death house, I hope.
It's wishful thinking, Rogue.
The two of you killed Frank Maxon, didn't you?
Killed him? Killed Mr. Maxon? Oh.
No, Rogue. You did, according to the cops and all the evidence.
You were Frank's right-hand man before he went up, weren't you, Tippy?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of took over while he was gone.
Go on, talk, Rogue. I'm just figuring out what I'm going to do with you.
Oh, Conchita.
Hello, Mama. What are you doing here, Senor Rogue?
He's making things difficult, Angel.
I just dropped in for a little chat about a house out on Spring Lane and a wounded man who wasn't there and a murdered man in my office. That's all. It was a very nice job of framing me, Conchita, Ellen Shea. And you can drop that broken-down accent.
Okay, Mr. Rogue, smart guy. What happened? Who was murdered?
Well, you ought to know. You helped to plan it.
I did not. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been arranging things for us, Conchita. Frank Maxon is dead. Your mother helped arrange it.
I didn't know what I was doing, Conchita. Honest, I didn't know.
That's a lie, and you know it. You and your daughter end this thing too far to get out now unless you smart up fast.
There's too much talk going on in here. Maxon's dead. He was found dead in Rogue's office, shot with Rogue's gun. Rogue's as good as burned for it.
Mama, did you kill him?
No, I didn't, Conchita.
Look, sweetheart, everybody heard Rogue threaten Maxon last night. It was our chance to get rid of him.
Conchita, listen to me. This Chisler's got you all fouled up in a murder, baby. You'll fry for it.
I don't know anything about a murder.
Tippy killed him. He killed Maxon. My Conchita knows nothing about
Stop being
it.
chumps, will you? You're both in this with me. You helped me frame Rogue for it. Maxon gone, I'm the biggest operator in town. All we have to do is kill Rogue, and we've got the world by the tail.
You'll all go to the chair for it. You can't get away with killing me.
I'm going to kill you, Rogue, right now. If you've got anything to say, say it. Because here it comes, fall guy.
The little old lady picked up my gun and let Tippy have it right between the eyes. He never knew what hit him. The house dick came charging in, and she told him the whole story. Tippy owned that house she took me to. He framed it with the old lady to get me out of the way, giving her some cock-and-bull story about wanting to search my apartment. She pleaded guilty to giving me the knockout drops, but denied, knowing that he was framing me for murder. And as long as she saved my life and gave me an alibi for the time of the murder, I believed her. The judge let her off with a suspended sentence at my request. Conchita was very grateful to me. And when Conchita, she was grateful, oh, the angels she sing. Oh, brother. This is Dick Powell again, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I meet some lovely people in these stories. They love murder like Richard Rogue loves money, and it makes a very happy combination. Ray Buffum wrote the story, Leith Stevens composed and conducted the music, and Dee Engelbach produced and directed. Thanks for listening and good night, all. Now here's Jim Doyle.
Don't forget to tune in again next Thursday, same time.
And for our final act, we journey to the sun-drenched yet shadowy city of Naples with the notorious Harry Lime in See Naples and Live. A priceless emerald is the prize. But in a game of con artists and shifting allegiances, will Harry's cunning plan to secure the jewel succeed? Or is he about to be outplayed by someone even more deceptive?
Presenting Orson Welles as the third man. The Lives of Harry Lime. The fabulous stories of the immortal character originally created in the motion picture The Third Man, with zither music by Anton Karas.
That was the shot that killed Harry Lime. He died in a sewer beneath Vienna, as those of you know who saw the movie The Third Man. Yes, that was the end of Harry Lime. But it was not the beginning. Harry Lime had many lives, and I can recount all of them. How do I know? Very simple. Because my name is Harry Lime.
And now, Orson Welles as Harry Lime, the third man in See Naples and Live.
Once upon a time, there was an exquisite and huge emerald locket which spent most of its life looking out of the world from the rather fleshy neck of a Mrs. Donaldson as she waddled like a golden duck across the international social horizon. I had a rather strong desire to change the habitat of this particular locket from the neck of this particular lady to my own particular itching palm. It was Naples before the war.
Enter. Ah, you kept me impatient for an hour, Mr. Lime.
I'm sorry, Signor Rubio. I just flew in from London, forgot to move my watch ahead.
It is my knowledge that you have been in Naples for 3 days now, but it does not matter. I am a man with a skill for waiting.
I'm going to be very brief. I won't waste any more of your time, old man.
Bueno. At first, I must tell you that I have made all the arrangements to dispose of the Donaldson Emerald.
Oh, yes?
As soon as we possess it, of course.
There's a small item I forgot to tell you about, Signor Rubio. I have decided to include you out.
I do not think I understand.
To be brief and simple, I've decided to dissolve our partnership, old man.
Oh, you're disposing of me?
Perhaps that's a nicer way of saying it.
I do not prefer to be disposed.
Naturally, you don't, but sometimes we get disposed, whether we like it or not.
Mr. Lime, we began this enterprise together, and I think we shall finish it together.
You have never been more in error, old man. Now, you must forgive me for running off my...
A moment, Mr. Lime.
Yes?
You recall Carlos?
I do.
And that young man from Innsbruck, I forget his name.
You mean Mannheimer?
Yes, if it were possible, they would be very sorry they were rude to me.
I'm now the most well-threatened man in Europe, and you have joined an innumerable caravan. Arrivederci.
Don't farewell me yet, Mr. Lime.
Sorry, but I really must.
Do not force me to shoot you. If you take one more step toward the door, I will fire.
Now, don't be a complete fool, old man. If they found a dead man in your room, they'd hang you.
I will be easy with you. Just tell me where Mrs. Donaldson is, and I will forgive you your ungratefulness.
Rubio, I'm on my way out. If you fire that gun, the police will be here before you can get out of the hotel. Buongiorno.
There's a saying in this city, see Naples and die.
It only proves that life is very short and uncertain for us all. Goodbye, old man. Believe me, I'm not a professional hero. But I was not at all concerned about Signor Rubio putting a bullet in me, not in his hotel room. I hurried to the pier where the Arcturus was about to dock. She was carrying precious freight, Mrs. Donaldson. I'd already made arrangements for one of the customs officials to hold Mrs. Donaldson up on a pretext of going through her luggage. A few thousand liras did the trick.
Oh, you stubborn man. I tell you there's nothing contraband in my luggage. You've already gone through my clothes twice with your dirty hands. Amy, talk to this man. He doesn't understand a word of English.
My Italian is worse than his English.
Per incresce tanto, signora, ma è necessario. Ho istruzione di esaminare il vostro bagaglio. Deve aver pazienza.
What seems to be the trouble here?
Thank heavens, an American. I have no idea why this idiotic official is rummaging through my clothes.
That's just a matter of form, you know.
You think I was a smuggler or something. I've been to Naples many times, and there's never been this ridiculous fuss. I'll talk to the American consul. See to it that this man loses his job. I wonder if you could talk to him. That is, if you can speak Italian.
Of course, I'd be only too happy to. Let me see what I can do. Che cosa succede qui?
Di regola di esaminare ogni 25 passeggeri.
No, questo non è necessario, conosco il signore. Questa è la mia carta.
Ah, signore, mi rincresce tanto di aver dato alla signora tutto questo disturbo.
No, veramente. Niente. It's all right now, you're cleared. Here, let me help you your bags,
Thank you ever so much. I don't know what I would have done without you. Amy, get one of those porters to help us with the luggage.
Yes, Mrs. Donald.
I have my car here. I'll be glad to give you a lift to your hotel.
Oh, I wouldn't want you to bother.
Oh, no bother at all. One fellow American to another, you know.
Thank you. These taxi drivers rob you mercilessly.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. My name is Lyme. Harold Lyme.
I'm Mrs. Frederica Donaldson. I'm so glad we ran into you. A wonderful piece of luck.
Well, let's say we're well met. Loveliness was gracing my car. Loveliness in the form of the emerald locket around Mrs. Donaldson's neck, and loveliness in the form of Amy Collins. She was Mrs. Donaldson's hired companion. She had red hair and eyes to match the emerald, and she liked me. I think she liked me. Every so often I'd catch her eye. And she'd turn away, as if she were guilty of something.
Really, Mr. Lamb, I've never been so humiliated. Just standing there with that man poking away at my underthings, messing up all my clothes. Absolutely no regard for our feelings. Something should be done about this.
He was only following instructions. I don't think he
And doing anything of the sort, he was just being malicious and perverse. If it weren't for Mr. Lyme, I don't know what would have happened. We're deeply indebted to him.
Oh, you don't owe me anything at all. I did what any other American would have done, Mrs. Donaldson.
I wish we could repay you for your kindness.
Well, you know, I think maybe you can.
Wonderful. Just tell us what it is.
Well, I've got to buy my sister a gift. It's her birthday. I don't know too much about jewelry, so I wonder if either of you could come along and help me shop.
Of course we can. Amy does most of my shopping for me. She's very good at
That's
it.
wonderful.
I'm sure she'd be delighted to help you.
Don't you want me to help you get your things unpacked?
I'm already unpacked, thanks to that customs official. No, you go ahead. Just drop me at the hotel.
You don't mind, do you, Miss Collins?
Oh, no, not at all.
Good. It's a relief. Now, I'd like both of you to be my guests at dinner tonight.
That's very kind of you. We'd be delighted.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Mrs. Donaldson. Really, it's my pleasure. We deposited fat Mrs. Donaldson in a room, and then Amy and I went shopping. I took her along to the Corso Vittorio Emanuele, one of Naples' better thoroughfares.
What are you looking for, Mr. Lyme?
Please, call me Harry.
All right.
May I call you Amy?
If you wish.
You don't sound very enthusiastic.
Please call me Amy.
That's much better.
What do you want to buy for your sister?
Some nice jewelry, a necklace or locket, something like that. Mrs. Donaldson was wearing something pretty, something like that.
You don't know much about jewelry, do you?
Well, I know what I like. Most of the time, the things I like you can find in a dime store.
You won't find Mrs. Donaldson's locket in a dime store. It costs about $20,000.
$20,000? You're kidding.
No, that's a real emerald she has set in the locket.
Well, she must be crazy traveling with a thing like that flashing on her neck.
Oh, well, it's not very wise, but she's very sentimental about it. Her husband gave it to her just before he died. She swore to wear it every day of her life. She was very devoted to him.
Well, I suppose you think I'm pretty much of a chump about jewelry.
You have good taste.
I also have good luck meeting you.
Life is very strange, isn't it?
You know why?
Well, just half an hour ago, you and I were total strangers. Now here I am helping you buy a gift as if we'd known each other for a long time.
Well, there's nothing wrong in that, is there?
No, it's just at the moment you entered the scene, things seemed to move fast and efficiently.
You make it sound as if it were a force.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
I can go away and come back again and do it more slowly.
I suppose I sound foolish.
Perhaps it's because you like me too soon.
Well,
I liked you too soon.
Well,
that's probably too fast for you, too. But you see, I'm a man who says what's on his mind. It's probably not a very efficient way of talking to a gentle soul like you.
Oh, no, I prefer straightforward people.
All right, now, you be straightforward. What was your first reaction to me when you first saw me?
I was interested. Perhaps maybe intrigue.
That's better.
You have a way of condensing relationships quickly.
Well, if people like each other, they don't need a calendar full of time to tell them about it.
Good things grow slowly. Here's a shop.
Well, they all look pretty. That filigree pin. I like that. It's very nice.
Which one?
The one near the large cameo.
Oh, yes, it is very pretty. Shall we go in?
Wait, let's look at the other things in the window.
I'm begging your pardon. I heard you conversing English.
We were talking American, a totally different language.
I'm trying to reach Via Salvatore Rosa. Could you inform me how to get there?
Sure, old man. Turn right the next corner and go straight for 3 squares.
Oh, I'm much grateful.
That's right, all right.
You like a cigarette?
No, thank you very much. Just turn right at the next corner.
Oh, I'm unhappy to trouble you further,
Oh,
but do you have a match?
I'm sorry, but I don't have any matches with me.
I have a light.
Mademoiselle is most generous. 1,000 thanks.
Turn right at the next corner.
And 3 squares down,
3 squares down.
Good day to you all.
Good
Perhaps
day.
you will meet again, eh? Good day.
He seemed most reluctant to leave.
Yeah. An odd fellow.
Why did you refuse to give him a
I
light?
didn't like his face.
Did you ever see him before?
Why'd you ask that?
We acted as if he knew you.
Well, I didn't care to know him.
I think you gave him the wrong direction.
Well, it could be.
It seems that if he followed your directions, he would find himself in the Bay of Naples.
I'm sure it won't dampen his spirits. Should we go in now?
Yes, of course. There's just one thing I'd like to ask you.
I'll answer anything you want.
What do you do for a living?
For a living? Oh, I'm a dealer in objets d'art. I wander through the world, collecting the best things.
Sounds very interesting.
It is. It's often quite exciting. Now, let's go in and buy that filigree pin. I bought a pin for 2,500 lira. On the way back to Amy's hotel, she was thoughtful and not much inclined to do any talking. I took her by the hand. She didn't object to that, but she didn't react to the touch. Put it simply, she just let me hold her hand, nothing more. I suspected that Signor Rubio had made too strong an impression. It was essential now that I work fast. The emerald would have to be in my pocket tonight or not at all. However, I wasn't worried about Rubio. Strangely enough, it was Amy. It bothered me. I was beginning to be a little too fond of her. And that was bad. I always make it a point not to be too fond of anyone in this world.
This is a lovely romantic restaurant.
I'm glad you like it.
Discovered it, Mr. Lyon.
I just asked the porter in the hotel. They know everything in Italy. The portiers are the best informed people in the country.
It's delightful.
Oh, good.
Don't you think so, Amy?
Yes, I do. It's charming.
Won't you have some more spumante?
Well, just a drop. I declare, it's just like champagne.
Yes, it's the Italian version.
It's so kind of you to give so much time to us, Mr. Lyon. Really, it is. Amy, isn't Mr. Lyon just a dear?
I think he's most generous.
Oh, I'm having such a delicious time. I feel so happy. Happier than I've been since... I wish poor Benjamin were here with us. You would have liked him, Mr. Lyon.
Oh, I'm sure I would.
Poor
No,
Benjamin.
Mrs. Donaldson. Let's not be sad here. Just have a little more spumante.
Oh, I really don't think we should. I'm afraid you're going to make us all drunk, Mr. Lyon.
Oh, Amy, I don't think another drop will hurt us. After all...
By this time, Mrs. Donaldson was becoming thoroughly relaxed. Spumante is a fine relaxer. I stirred the champagne with a wooden swizzle sticks, the bottom of which was well laced with phenobarbital. My keynote for the evening, as you can see, was relaxation. Before the evening was over, my emeralded guest was going to be the most relaxed woman in all Italy. The spumante bubbled and frothed over as I stirred it.
I know I shouldn't have another glass, but...
Perhaps you had better stop, Mrs. Donald.
Never. I just feel so wonderful.
How about you, Amy?
All right.
A toast to us. May we always be as happy as we are now.
A toast to you, Mr. Lyon. You wonderful, wonderful man.
I patted her neck. I wanted her to get used to the touch of my hand against her neck. She withdrew a little. Her neck had become super sensitive about the locket. As we drank, I studied the clasp on the locket. It was a simple device. You turned a tiny wheel, and it released the catch. Just a twist of the wrist.
The musicians are going to play again.
Come here.
Please, Mr. Lime, no more struments.
No, I have a special surprise.
Yes, Signore?
Have the musicians come over here.
Yes, Signore.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
That's a lovely gesture, Harry.
I thought you'd forgotten my first name.
Here they are, Signore. What would you like them to play?
What would you like, Mrs. Donaldson?
Oh, I can't think of a thing.
How about some Neapolitan songs?
Per favore, Monastero Santa Chiara. Cantatelo. It was going to be very easy. They were completely at ease, and they trusted me. Amy stole her hand at the mine as they played. It was really quite pleasant. I leaned back and relaxed.
That was just beautiful.
Very good. Thank you. Molto grazie. Here's something for the lads.
Oh, grazie, Signore.
Did you enjoy it, Mrs. Donaldson?
They played divinely.
I have a wonderful idea. How would you all like to go for a drive to Pompeii?
At this hour?
Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. It's a full moon. It'd be quite a thrill.
I'd adore to go. Fascinating place. I've been there many times.
Well, you have to see it at night.
Isn't it closed?
Of course it is. We can go in through the back way near the arena.
I'm willing if Mrs. Donaldson is.
Try and stop me. What a marvelous idea.
Just one thing.
What is it?
Amy told me about your emerald locket. I think it'd be safer if you left it at your hotel. In the safe at the hotel.
Don't you worry about it. I never take it off
No, but
my
really.
neck. Except when I retire. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly safe. Besides, we won't find any criminals in Pompeii.
No, I'm sure not. But all the same, I'd feel better if you left the
Oh,
locket.
no, I can't do that. Please don't fret about it.
All right, if you're sure.
Let's go right now.
Just let me pay the bill. Cameriere?
Yes, Signore.
Conto, per favore. Check.
Si, Signore.
It was less than an hour's ride to the ancient, extinct city of Pompeii, lying like a corpse at the foot of its killer, Vesuvius. We entered through the gardens of an ancient home. The moon shone down hard and white, lighting up the empty city.
Isn't it thrilling?
Beautiful and frightening.
A chap by the name of Trebio Valenti used to live here. He hasn't been home for nearly 2,000 years. Here we are in Abbondanza Street. It's in perfect condition.
Isn't it exciting?
It's unbelievable.
Look at the gutter. You can see where the chariot wheels made deep ruts in the stone.
What a narrow street.
We can walk in the gutter. I don't think we'll be run over by any chariots tonight.
Where does this street lead to?
To the Forum.
What about those lovely buildings?
Oh, they're old mansions. Belong to a couple of rich fellows. See the sign on the wall?
What does it say?
Post no bills. In Latin.
And the sign alongside of it?
Down with such and such a tyrant. Time has worn away the name.
It's just amazing.
It all begins to make me feel faint.
Now, don't you feel well, Mrs. Donaldson?
I feel fine. Just sleepy. I don't know why I should feel sleepy when I'm so excited.
Don't you want to sit down?
Maybe I'd better.
We'll just rest for a moment.
I think we'd better go back.
We will, but first we'll let Mrs. Donaldson catch a few minutes' rest. There's a marble bench in the atrium of the Casa de Ceriali. He used to be an arrogant rich man who didn't like the strangers visiting his palatial home, but I don't think he'll mind now.
Oh, it's lovely in
Here we are. You sit down, Mrs. Donaldson. Rest your shoulder against mine. There you are.
You're a darling, Mr. Lime.
Amy, if you walk into the other room to your right, you'll see some excellent frescoes. They're beautifully preserved.
May I have the flashlight?
Yes, here. Mrs. Donaldson was sleeping softly. I pressed my fingers against her neck to test her responses. There was no reaction. Tried it again so that even in her sleep she would feel no alarm, become accustomed to the feel of fingers around her throat. She slept peacefully on. I quickly unloosed the catch and with slow care, not to slide the locket, picked it gently off her neck. At the same time, I held her hand to divert a sensation of touch. It was done quickly. I was ready to make my silent departure, gently propped her against a pillar. Then I heard a sound that froze me. Footsteps. Footsteps, and they weren't Amy's. Who's there?
What's the matter?
I caught a glimpse of him. It was one of the guards. There was only one thing to do, run. Strada Stabione, I turned the corner and ran into one of the old Roman baths. I made for one of the rooms, expecting it to have another exit. It was dark, and I fumbled around. I had a very unpleasant feeling when I became aware that the only way out was the way I came in. I reined back. It was too late. My pursuer was standing at the entrance with a flashlight in one hand and a gun in the other. It was not a guard. It was Ruby.
You see, Harry, fate has thrown us together again.
It's still around her neck.
The locket, please.
I just told you.
I'm not in my hotel now. This time I will kill you. Give me the locket.
I'm not a usually reckless fellow, but This time I did a very rash thing. I rushed him. He fired. The bullet tore a hole in my shoulder, barely touching my skin. I wrestled with him. He fell on the marble floor. He was wiry and very strong. In a few seconds, it was clear that he was in far better shape than I. Then he hit me a very rude blow on the head with a gun. And I abandoned the fight. For a moment, I just lay there thinking what a very evil moment of my life this was.
Now, the locket. Okay, thank you. And now I think I will dispose of you for having caused me all this trouble.
Cerca il revolver, signore, altrimenti tiro.
That's the police, Rubio, old man. You're caught. Caught red-handed.
But the emerald.
It doesn't belong to you, old man. Better go along quietly with the police. Look, there's some more of them coming through the door. No use putting up a fight. Remember what I've always told you, old man. Crime doesn't pay.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Lime. Risking your life to save my locket.
Oh, that's all right.
You're a most brave man to chase after him in the dark, unarmed.
I was just going to see where Amy was, and I heard the sound. There he was, deftly removing the locket from your neck.
I felt someone puttering around my neck, but I thought it was you.
Oh, really?
I was asleep, you know.
Now, I had my suspicions about this Rubio from the first.
Does the wound hurt much?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a hole in my suit.
And a bird bump on your head. You poor boy.
It'll heal.
Amy, you haven't said a word to our hero since they arrested that Rubio man.
I'm just stunned.
Oh, I'm sorry we got you into this. I never should have taken you to Pompeii. It's all my fault.
Of course not. That terrible man would have tried to snatch the locket wherever I was. Just a lucky thing I met up with you. I'm going to give you a gift. You just must take it. £100 note.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it.
You'd make me very happy if you took it.
Oh, no, I absolutely
Please,
couldn't.
Mr. Lime, please.
Well, if it means so much to you, I'll give it to my favorite charity. Now, here we are at the hotel, safe and sound.
Thanks to you. I must run upstairs. The whole thing has given me a severe headache. You will call me in the morning, won't you, Mr. Lime?
Indeed, I will, Mrs. Donaldson.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, Amy, can I have a word with you?
I'll be up in a moment, Mrs. Donaldson.
Of course, dear. Good night again. And bless you, Mr. Lime.
I'm sorry about this evening, Amy.
So am I.
Let's meet for lunch tomorrow.
No, Harry.
Why not?
I never saw the frescoes on the wall.
You didn't?
No, I didn't find them, and I walked all the way around. I saw you from the front entrance.
Oh.
Besides, a man who deals in fine arts would know an emerald locket from a dime store trinket.
Yes. Should have thought of that.
I was beginning to like you very much, Harry.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not the kind of man you'd like to begin to like a little more.
It's a pity.
You want to see me again, ever?
It'll never be any good.
Well, you might as well have the filigree pin.
What about your sister?
I haven't spoken to my sister in 10 years. She doesn't approve of me. Supposing I give it to you.
No, thanks.
You mean you wouldn't take it?
No, I couldn't.
Well, supposing if you didn't take it, I just threw it away.
Oh, but you shouldn't do that.
Oh, I won't. We were just supposing. Now, goodbye, Amy. There's no supposing about that, I suppose. As I walked to my hotel, I thought about l'affaire Emerald. It cost me about $100 to bribe the custom official, the champagne, and the gold filigree pin. The reward left me with a profit of $270-odd plus a bump on the head and a hole in my suit. I'd lost the lovely green emerald and the lovely green eyes of Amy. The emerald didn't bother me too much, but Amy. Amy. She nearly interfered with the great romance of my life. My love for Harry Lime.
From the click of a crime photographer's camera to the calculated moves of a master con man, this episode of Classic Radio Drama Theater has certainly kept us on the edge of our seats. We hope you enjoyed these 4 tales of crime, cunning, and unexpected revelations. Which mystery intrigued you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're always the first to hear when a new thrilling episode drops. Until next time, remember, the greatest stories never truly fade away.